In today's MLB recap, we have to talk about Juan Soto being so bad that Mets fans are actually wondering what the next 15 years are going to look like, while Nationals fans, they got their feet up watching Soto's downfall because not only did they not have to pay him, but they also traded him for a kid that has literally been twice as good as Soto this year. He's been a top 10 player good. Wow. I cannot believe I'm saying this or even asking this question. Is Tim Anderson's career actually over? He just got dropped by the Angels, so we got to talk about that. Paul Skenes is back on the bump with Livy in attendance. I guess maybe she's his good luck charm. I have no idea. He's trying for his first win in a month. This rookie for the A's is still batting over 350 after 50 plus games. If only someone would have told you to pick him up before the season. Oh wait, I did. So again, we'll talk about all of that and more in today's recap. We recap every baseball game almost every single day, so grow the game of baseball with me. Do me a couple favors, leave a like, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're so close to 550,000 subs. And don't forget that recap would be impossible to make without channel sponsors SeatGeek and Underdog Fantasy. Be sure to save yourself 20 bucks off all of your tickets on SeatGeek with code Fuzzy. And if you've never tried Underdog Fantasy, all you have to do is download it with my code. You get a bunch of free stuff. It's easy. You pick higher or lower on players you think are going to do well or not. It's that simple. It might be over. It actually might be over for the former batting champion, the two-time All-Star, a Silver Slugger. Tim Anderson has just been DFA'd by the Angels. So that means over the last 3 years, he's been let go by the White Sox, one of the worst teams ever, the Marlins, a team who doesn't have a lot of wins, and the Angels, the same thing. If he can't crack those rosters, I mean, the only team that's left is the Rockies, right? We're talking about a guy who hit 335 in 2019 and hit 320 over a 4-year stretch, but since August 5th, 2023 versus J-Ram, we all know what I mean when I say versus J-Ram, Tim Anderson is hitting 223 with 18 RBIs since 2023. Now, he did kind of fix his defense, so I don't know, maybe the Rockies hone in on that. He has 2 DRS and 5 outs above average this year, but this year he hit 205 with a 44 OPS plus, and this is after hitting 214 with a 28 OPS plus, and that's after hitting 245 with a 62 OPS plus. Simple question for you guys, is it over for Tim Anderson? I know not only was he struggling on the field, but off the field as well. Some personal life issues kind of leaked into his game, possibly. I don't want to digress into that. That's not a story for me, but is it over for Tim Anderson? You guys have to let me know, because when he was at his peak, he was a lot of fun to watch. Let's go find the Angels, and they just gave away the lead in the first, and the Yankees never looked back. Ron Washington, he hit Judge with the intentional walk to get to the lefty Cody Bellinger. Then Yusei walked Belly. Now he's got to face the righty. Volpe, he skied the only run of the game on the sac fly. Judge, he had some fun with Ron Washington as he got walked again intentionally. Ron was over there cheesing, just kind of geeking out. He was just having some fun. Clarke Schmidt, he was awesome. He had 4 strikeouts over 6 scoreless, just 1 walk. That was the big difference. Yusei had 5 walks in this game. The Yankee bullpen, they had 1 base hit the rest of the way. Mark Leiter, he got some big help, and I mean big help. What was this final strike 3 call? Did you see the catcher? JC Escar literally had to look back to make sure that he heard it right. Like, did you call a strike, umpire? That was for sure a ball. The Yankees are 15 games over 500 after their recent 5-game win streak. The Halos, they won a bunch, and now they've lost 5 in a row. Juan Soto went hitless again as the Mets lost to the White Sox 9-4. That is not a sentence I was expecting to focus on, but like, Soto's been bad the last 2 weeks. Andrew Benintendi singled in I don't know why I wrote 1 run. He singled in 2. Mike Tauchman, he's getting a chance with multiple base runners because of 2 Mets errors. Griffin Canning, he could not bail himself out. He couldn't miss a bat. Tauchman, he ripped one to knock in both of those guys because they got on with the air. Josh Rojas made it a 5 spot, and good thing that he did that because Mark Vientos crushed a 3-run home run. The only problem is the White Sox answered with some quickness. They ran it up to 9 on the day. Benny tripled in another, so he had a 3 RBI game, and now he's going lefty-lefty. 4 RBIs. He was a double away from the cycle. The White Sox, they take it easy. We got to focus on Juan super quick because he is now 7 for his last 59 since hitting 3 home runs in 2 games a few weeks ago. That's a 119 batting average. Also, he has a 260 on base with the 136 slugging over those last few games. So he's not walking. He's not doing much of anything. If we're being fair, the underlying metrics say a breakout is imminent, that he's just getting unlucky. But Mets fans, they're getting impatient. $675 million for a 224 batting average and a 115 OPS plus is never going to cut it. Also, they think that he just straight up looks miserable. He doesn't celebrate properly on walk-offs or home runs. He acts like he does not want to be a Met or that he's not happy that he chose the Mets. But remember, he has a career-low 239 BABIP, that is batting average on balls in play. That is never going to last. I can almost promise that within the next week, he's going to start spraying baseballs as they're going to drop in for base hits, and the baseball gods are going to ease up a little bit. Jesus might be coming back because Paul Skenes, I'm gonna get emotional, he finally won a game for the first time in what feels like ages. He actually won. The scoring started with a Henry Davis RBI single. He has 3 base hits the last 4 pitches that he's seen. And you know what? I'm gonna get all the offense out the way so we can showcase Paul in his entirety. Oof, the Pirates got handed 2 free runs on maybe a double play, a for sure 1 out, but Henry, he's on again. Please be waking up. The former first overall pick, he hit .316 in AAA. He's got the skills to be an elite hitter, but he's just really fizzled out. Cabrine, same thing, but he's also fizzled out. There he is doing something productive. He knocked Gallen out the game. IKF, he doubled in even more. It's 6-0. They're not done yet. Brian Reynolds, he socked an RBI. He ended up at 3rd on another Diamondbacks miscue, and O'Neal Cruz. Cruz missiles are back. 12 home runs, 18 stolen bases, a 132 OPS plus. It's a 10 spot for Paul Skenes, who almost went 7 scoreless with 7 strikeouts, no walks. This is why you almost never pay attention to win and loss record for a pitcher in terms of Cy Young voting, because he's 4-5 with a 2.5 ERA. The Pirates, they take the series. The Diamondbacks are 27-29. Arizona could use an LA loss here, otherwise they're going to drop to 8 games back. Jose, a great start for Diamondbacks fans. Jose knocked in the first run. He did get tossed out at second base. Andy Pais has a rifle, but I don't want to forget to mention that Jose now has an insane 21-game hitting streak going. Quan, oh no, he had to leave with a wrist issue, and in comes Nolan Jones, who went 3 for 3 in replacement. He literally looked like Stephen Kwan in this game. Will Smith, he just tied it. He does not get out with runners in scoring position. I guess neither does Andy Pais. He already had the outfield assist. He's got 11 defensive run saves and 4 outs above average with 9 home runs. The kid is a stud. And remember, he's one of the best MLB The Show players in the world. Like, he just breathes baseball. Freddie Freeman got one to fall. Mookie, he's in ahead of the throw, so it's 4-1 in the 7th after a wild pitch. But the old guys got it going. I don't think that J-Ram is old, but he's going to be 33 years old in a few months. The 39-year-old Carlos Santana knocked him in, and I told you, Nolan channeled his inner Stephen Kwan. He went 3 for 3. His third base hit tied it off of Tanner Scott, of all people, and whoa! Angel Martinez did not miss the 91 meatball. It's a 3-run bullet home run nonetheless. Emmanuel Clase, he ended it with 99. He has 11 saves on the season. There you go, Diamondbacks fans. Something to be happy about. We got some big boys driving in runs early in this Marlins and Padres game. This was an epic game, like a really fun 18-run combined game, and the winner only won by 2. There's Gavin Sheets with an RBI single, and Agustin hit one over Sheets. He's up to 7 home runs already. It's crazy that he could have been on the Yankees with Austin Wells, Ben Rice, Carlos Narvaez of the Red Sox. They were all in the Yankees farm system as catchers, and they all rake. Serious question, what in the world happened to Sandy Alcantara? A 2-run double to Cronenworth was followed up by a few walks, a couple base hits. Elias Diaz, that's an RBI the other way. Or maybe, I don't remember. Why did I script the other way? Didn't he pull it? I don't remember. Luis Ariz then lifted a sac fly. It's 5-1. Manny added another. I thought that it was going to be a 2-run base hit. Nando, he said, I'm going home. I am flying through the stop sign, but Sanchez nabbed him. Jesus, he saved a run, and now he's putting some on the board. He hit a solo home run, and Agustin, he singled in his second RBI. Otto Lopez, he's having a pretty bad start to the season, but he's up with 2-1, which means that we are now tied back up. Otto's 4th home run of the year is a big one. The Marlins actually took the lead on a wild pitch. I'm just going to kind of breeze through that because Gavin Sheets, he put the pads on his back. Look at this backswing. He pimped it so much that he ended up in the right-handed side of the batter's box. We have a scary hit by pitch that started a rally for the Marlins. I hope that Connor Norby is okay. Wandy folded. He walked the bases loaded, and this Agustin kid, he's the real deal. He's legit. His 4th base hit drives in 2 more RBIs. It's not easy to have 4 base hits or 4 RBIs in Little League. He did it in 1 MLB game. Wagaman made it a 10 spot. Agustin, he's out at home though, so it's not 11. Calvin Fauché, he has 3 saves. What a comeback from the Marlins. Little golf clap for them. So we've seen the Diamondbacks, Dodgers, and Padres all lose. There's no way all 4 of the top dogs lose, right? Like, the Giants are for sure going to win. I mean, it's looking like Lamont, he doubled in Matt Chapman, and Elliot Ramos deleted a baseball 430 feet past that Little Caesar sign. Pizza, sorry. The Giants go up by 3, but the 5th inning was not great, and that's being nice. It was awful. Glaber, he worked a walk. This is his 3rd time on base already in the first 5 innings. Colt, look at Cole Keith. He chalked it. It just stays fair. It is a 2-run double, so he doesn't clear the bases. It's bullpen time. Randy Rodriguez, he's carved for the Giants, and I don't know what the plan was, but I'm sure a fastball right down the middle was not in the plan. Justyn-Henry Malloy, he wins it. Randy, I do want to tip my cap to him. He still was really good. 0 base hits after that with 4 strikeouts. He went 2 innings. Tommy Kahnle, he also went 2. He tossed the shutout 8th and 9th, so a big 6-out save. He now has 7 saves on the season. The Tigers are 37-20. They will not stop. They're 4th in runs scored as an offense, and they're 5th in team ERA. Yeah, that'll play. Every single team in the juggernaut NL West lost yesterday, including the Rockies. Man, the Cubs, they were lucky to escape with their lives and get a W. Okay, yeah, when are the Rockies going to be good? Seriously. Chicago has 2 guys with 50 RBIs after, say, a double than Kyle Tucker, and PCA hit his 15th home run, so they have 2 guys with 50. Colorado has 1 guy with 30, and it's their catcher. But yes, PCA does have 15 home runs, 50 RBIs, 16 stolen bases, and he's going to win a Platinum Glove. He is still leading the National League in F4. Matthew Boyd, he ends 6 awesome innings with his 8 punch-out. He has a sub 3.1 ERA. He has 64 strikeouts. Since last year, dating back to his last 101 innings, he has a 2.9 ERA, and he was unhittable in the playoffs, so he's been really good. He's finding his mechanics all over again. Danny Palencia has been a godsend out the pen with Porter Hodge not being that great this year. He had 2 strikeouts, and now he's up to 4 saves. The Cubs, they do a lot of things right. They're 35-21. Remember when I told you all before the season that Jacob Wilson was the greatest minor league hitter ever and I picked him to win Rookie of the Year? Well, I'm a genius, aren't I? It's been awesome to see you guys just giving me a lot of support, saying thank you for informing me about Jacob Wilson because he's literally carrying me in fantasy. You just saw him double past Jake Myers and Brent Rooker. He hit it off the wall, so it's 2-0 A's on doubles from the big A's bats. Houston tied it though. Paredes, he drilled a sac fly, and then rookie Cam Smith, he laced an RBI the other way. Christian Walker, he snuck his foot in just ahead of the tag, but I wouldn't hype up Jacob over a double. He also went yard. The rookie is hitting .353 with 7 home runs. He has 30 RBIs and more walks than strikeouts. Lance McCullers, he still turned in a quality start. I mean, he was nasty too. 12 strikeouts over 6 innings, just the 1 walk. A lot of people forget how special he was not too long ago. He has 20 strikeouts his last 10 innings. It's tied again. Zach DeZenzo hit one a mile for a 2nd home run of the year. Houston kept the momentum going after that long ball. They got a few on for Victor Caratini, and I guess you can say Houston was victorious. Sorry. That is a 2-run go-ahead single for Josh Hader. He ends it with a strikeout. He has 14 saves on the season and 15 in a row converted dating back to last year. The Astros are 30-25. The A's are now a full 10 games under 500. And a random fun fact from Fuzzy, which is not very cool for Denzel Clarke fans, the rookie, he struck out 4 times in that last game. He has now struck out in 13 of his first 17 at-bats. He's the first rookie since 2014 to have that many strikeouts their first 5 games. I hope that me calling him out fixes him. Speaking of call-outs, I've been requested to call out the Red Sox, but Cedon, his brother's going to love this. If you're wondering why I just said that, his brother Cezanne or something like that, he crashes out daily on Twitter if people say anything negative about his brother. I don't know if I should respect it or be like, hey man, chill. There's Jake Bauer squaring up another home run. He has 4 home runs, and Rafael Devers, he came through. Wait, I completely forgot that Rafi was at 40 RBIs. He joins PCA and Seiya with 50 RBIs on the season to score. The Brewers, they got a massive break. With a runner on second base, Terang hit one at Jaron, and he just straight up dropped it. Like, what are we doing? Jackson, he cashed in that runner who moved to third. It's 3-2. Now it's 4-3 instead of 3-3. The broadcast called Caleb Durbin Mighty Mouse. If, I don't know about you guys, but if I'm Caleb, I'm walking straight to the broadcast booth, and I'm telling them to never call me that ever again. I know that he's small, but Mighty Mouse, are we kidding me? Willier, that's his 13th home run, another reset, and another changing of leads. David Hamilton, he's way too fast. That's an RBI fielder's choice. By the way, we're in the 10th inning. Sal, he had 4 base hits in this one. He hustled to beat the pitcher to the bag, and we have more chaos from the Brewers. Daz Cameron, he scores. Everyone is safe. We have 2 ducks on a pond, and Caleb, all he had to do was put it in play. Cedon, he had an awesome Hail Mary attempt, but just not enough time. Caleb Durbin walks it off. He has 3 RBIs. The Brewers have won 4 games in a row. The Red Sox have lost 5. All right, we got to call them out too. Boston cannot do anything right on offense. I know they scored 5, but over the last few games, they're hitting .226 as an offense with a terrible .351 slugging. So they're not slugging. That means hitting home runs, triples, double, stuff like that. Gee, if only they had a super prospect who was really good at hitting and could potentially be the next Kyle Tucker. Wait, they do. It's Roman Anthony, but they waited way too long. They do not want to call him up because they won't be able to get a draft pick if he plays really well and loses rookie eligibility for 2026. They want to preserve him for 2026, not lose that potential draft pick if he wins Rookie of the Year. I'm only calling them out because my editor, Pesky Talk, is a Red Sox fan. Let's see if it works. I don't know if it's going to, though. Tampa, on the other hand, they have been winning ball games left and right, and they for sure have the most underrated player, not just pitcher, player, maybe. Junior, he helped out that pitcher with a sizzling snag. He catches 104 off the bat of Correa. Chandler Simpson, he's helping out now in left field. He makes a catch at the wall, and Junior, he did it again. The Rays defense is looking like the CPU in MLB The Show when you're playing moments. Brandon Lau, he's been playing like he's been on rookie mode. He's batting .395 with 10 extra base hits, 12 RBIs, and a 435 on base his last 15 games. Junior, he had multiple web gems, and now he's showing off the light tower power with a 2-run home run. The 21-year-old has 10 home runs. Jonathan Aranda, he singled in another run, and now it's time to talk about maybe the most underrated player, Drew Rasmussen. 6 more shutout innings, only 1 base hit. He had 5 strikeouts. He has a 2.3 ERA on the season and a 2.7 ERA since 2021. The Rays win again. And one more thing about the Rays. Chandler Simpson stole 2 more bases. He has 16 his first 34 games. He's on pace for 66 stolen bases, even though he didn't debut for a month. His first game was on April 19th. Yesterday, we talked about the Mariners baptizing the Nationals. Now it's the Nationals baptizing the Mariners in return. Luis Garcia Jr., he's really trying to dig himself out of a season-long slump. He's up to 5 home runs. Josh Bell, I mean, he's got crazy pop. His 7th went way out the other way. George Kirby just did not have it in this game. Robert Hassel, he had a great game. He had 2 base hits in this one. There he is, lacing one to left field. His second was even louder. Jose Tena is really scuffling this year, but last year he showed that he can really hit baseballs hard. This was not a hard hit at all, but it's a 2-run double thanks to some bad Mariner relays. James, he got some wood on this ball. James Wood went 435 for his 15th home run, and then Robert Hassel went 416 for his first home run. James, he completed the 9th spot with another extra base hit. This one's a 2-run double. James Wood has 14 doubles, 15 home runs, 8 stolen bases, and a 166 OPS plus. And a tip of the cap real quick to Trevor Williams. He went 6 shutouts to the Nationals. They're still 25-30. They need a lot more help from Williams, Mike Soroka, and Mitchell Parker, but isn't Mitchell Parker out? Before we move on, I need you guys to compare James Wood's stats to Juan Soto's. This is already turning into one of the greatest trades ever. If it was just James Wood has been a maniac this year, a top 10 player. Robert Hassel, he's now hitting home runs. Mackenzie Gore, he's on pace for almost 300 strikeouts. CJ Abrams is doing CJ Abrams things, but some crazy fans out there, or casuals, I'm going to call them casuals, say that the Nationals cannot qualify as a winner of this trade because they're under 500 or they have not won a championship. That's the dumbest logic I've ever heard. This is easily one of the greatest trades of the last few decades. Just because they haven't won a lot doesn't mean that they lost this one specific trade. That's like saying the Mets lost the Lindor trade or the Padres lost the Tatis trade. That's some of the dumbest logic ever. Stop that. One swing. That was it. One swing won this entire next game. Wait for it. The Jays went with a Guardians approach. They also went with a bullpen game versus Tyler Mahle, who again did not give up a single run. He strikes out Varsho to end the 5th and Clement to end the 6th. He went 6 scoreless with 5 strikeouts. He's down to a microscopic 1.64 ERA across 66 innings. That's not the biggest sample size ever, but that's pretty dang impressive. Bo, the one swing to win it came off his bat, and he knew it too. The poor guy out in left field put his hands out there to catch it and deflect it off his hands. He misses it. That's Bo's 5th home run, but he also has a lot of doubles. Jeff Hoffman, he secured his 12th save in a 1-2-3 9th as the Jays, they hold Texas to 1 base hit. There were plenty of base hits in this next game. We're going to skip to the second because Baltimore took a nice little 3-0 lead with Jackson Holliday. Since Pops, Matt Holliday gave him advice to flatten out his swing. He's batting .306 with 11 extra base hits and 16 RBIs. Jordan Walker, he's been red hot lately as well. Both him and Jackson Holliday have kind of had a similar path in the big leagues where they really have stunk it up, but they're getting it going lately. That's a 2-run single. Jordan Walker is now hitting .350 with 9 RBIs his last 10 games. The Orioles, they did extend their lead with another base hit from Carlson versus old team, but St. Louis kept on fighting. Masyn, he drove one deep. It nearly took down the wall. That's back-to-back doubles to get home their 3rd run. Oh no, Cade Povich left one over the plate. Brendan Donovan launched it. 4 home runs on the season. He's batting .335 with the 145 OPS plus. Masyn doubled again, and Ivan Herrera traded places with him. He had 2 walks in the game as well, so Ivan still has a silly 195 OPS plus. The Cardinals win it on Helsley's 12th save. They're 32-24. Baltimore is 19-36. When do the Orioles start thinking about giving up? Because the trade deadline, it's in a month and a half. Or is it 2 months? Nah, I don't remember. Oh, it's in exactly 2 months. It's on July 31st at 6 p.m. Eastern. Hunter Green didn't get lit up by any means, but the Royals did tag him for 2. Drew Waters, he singled in the 1st run, and after John Rave, the rookie, doubled for his first career base hit, Bobby, he got him home on his first career run scored. Bobby doubled as well. He has 21 doubles on the season. He and Spencer Steer, they were trading a few RBIs after that. Steer, he singled in Hayes. Bobby, he skywent to right for a sac fly, so he's finally up to 30 RBIs. Steer, he's waking up. A big 3-hit, 2 RBI game for him, but it wasn't enough as Carlos Estevez struck out Matt McClain. The Reds dugout did not like that call, even though it was a strike. Tito, he got fired up. India, look at him making a nice play at second base with a throw across his body to rob his former team of a base hit. TJ Friedl, he had a great game, but he does strike out. Estevez now has 15 saves as the Royals are 30-27. The Reds are 28-29, so back under 500. But shout out to TJ Friedl. He has multiple base hits. He had 2 more in this one, so he has multiple base hits in 8 of his last 9 games. He has 18 hits the last 9. Soto has 9 base hits the last 24 games. That's a great way to end it. Again, I think that Soto is going to pop off and break out pretty soon. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek and Underdog Fantasy. Stay safe and enjoy the web gems.
Shot out to right center, long run, Sadon on the track, leaping, and he hauls it in. And he pulls one to third. Beautiful play by Beatty, and he throws him out.
Ground ball, tough play, deep in the hole is Norby. A bouncer to first, does it get there in time?
Shot into left field. Durant backing up,